Have you ever hated your best friend? I don't just hate her, I'm afraid of her. I couldn't imagine my significant other being capable of such a thing.
My name is Carrie, and my story is about what happens when your best friend becomes the worst nightmare of your life. Subscribe and give me a like if you like my confession. So, where do I start? I'm 16, and I'm a student at the most average school in a town where it rains all the time. I love listening to different music and occasionally draw portraits. I also have a friend, Lucy, who is the best person in the world. Lucy and I have been inseparable since childhood, although her house is quite far from mine. We've been through a lot of hard times together. Her parents' divorce, which was accompanied by breaking dishes and terrible scandals. My appendicitis, which decided to make itself known a few hours before Christmas. Her first failed crush. My first terrible crush. Acne, trips to the dentist, self-doubt, all of which we always experienced together. Like Cheryl's bullying and taunting. She was a cheerleader at our school, a classic of the genre. What more can I say? But if the other girls on her team didn't care about Lucy and me, Cheryl did. She seemed to exist just to annoy us. Every morning when we noticed her perfect figure and shiny hair, we knew it was going to be hot again today. Cheryl's pranks on me were always humiliating, but tolerable. Starting another nasty gossip, slipping a button, accidentally flipping a glass of juice up my skirt, it made me uncomfortable and it pissed me off. But I didn't dare to retaliate against her, and just tried to avoid her. But it was different with Lucy.
I don't know why, but Cheryl hated my friend. She told everyone that she saw Lucy rummaging through trash cans and that she bought things at thrift stores. Claimed she had the intestinal flu and everyone should stay away from Lucy. Then she started a rumor that my friend allegedly kissed the geography teacher, Mr. Smith, and even sent high school students racy photos for money. But the final straw was Cheryl's claim that Lucy had stolen money from her backpack. The shameless girl even got one of her friends to confirm the slander and made a whole video about it. I wasn't in class at the time. I wasn't feeling well, so my mom let me stay at home. So I found out about it through the newsletter. Cheryl had the foresight to put a video on the teacher's student chat room. Lucy didn't go to school for 2 weeks and even only texted me, flatly refusing to see me. I was bitter and I also felt completely helpless.
Why are you doing this? I asked Cheryl angrily a few days after the incident.
But she gave me a mocking look, flipped her hair, and walked the other way.
2 weeks later, Lucy finally texted me to say she would show up at school. But when I saw her, I hardly recognized her.
Lucy had a short haircut and her eyes were emphasized with black arrows.
The tight pants and leather corset turned Lucy into a real vamp woman.
The whole school almost craned their necks to look at her.
Lucy, you're gorgeous!
I hugged my friend, but she grabbed my arm and pulled me into the bathroom.
Hey, we have class!
That's good. Lucy gave me a hard look. What I heard threw me into a complete stupor. Lucy said she'd had enough, that Cheryl couldn't get away with anything now, and that I had to help her do it. But what could we do? I wondered. Everyone at school is on her side. You're wrong. A lot of people are just pretending.
But in reality, they've been wanting to get even with her for a long time. That bastard will get what's coming to her. Are you with me?
To be honest, I didn't want to confront anyone. I knew it wouldn't end well. But Lucy's my best friend, so I thought I'd support her. A little bit of a lesson for Cheryl would have been nice. It started out innocently enough. I have to admit, I kind of liked it. At first, we did little tricks. Slipping nasty things into her locker, sprinkling hot peppers in her lunch, gossiping. And they set up a fake account for a guy who supposedly asked Cheryl out. And then they'd send her to the cafe where they were supposedly supposed to meet and enjoy watching her unhappily texting angry messages to the suitor who never showed up.
Lucy was having an insane amount of fun at times like this. But soon, my friend started to get violent. First, she slipped Cheryl a laxative before an important game, and she couldn't go out on the field.
We laughed, but I felt bad. Then Lucy stole Cheryl's things from the locker room, and she ran around the school in a towel trying to find them. At one point, I wondered if we'd become like Cheryl, but I didn't dare talk to my friend. One day, Lucy came to me and told me that there was a chance to take revenge on her hated classmate once and for all. It turned out that Cheryl's ex-boyfriend, whom she had sneakily dumped, had shared some provocative photos of her ex with Lucy. He promised to delete them, but thankfully, he didn't. Lucy laughed contentedly. Wasn't that a little much? I asked incredulously, and Lucy's face changed. Too much? What she was doing to me wasn't too much? I get it, you're in pain. She's a monster, but we're not like that. We're not like that because we're better than her, and we're gonna punish that pompous fool. I'm sorry, Lucy. I love you. You're my best friend, but I'm not gonna help you anymore. She looked at me in a way that made me feel cold inside. Well, suit yourself. But Cheryl's not the only one with secrets, right? Are you threatening me? I looked at her dumbfounded. Don't forget, I know everything about you. And that's all anyone can know. If you don't help me, I'll destroy you too. Think carefully about which side you're taking. And Lucy left with a loud slam on the door. And I wrapped myself in my blanket and cried in despair. I didn't want to be a puppet in my friend's hands. But she could tell all my secrets, show others all my photos and videos that no one was supposed to see. So Cheryl or me, who should get hurt? I logged onto the fake page we'd created with Lucy. It turned out that she kept texting Cheryl on behalf of a fictional boyfriend, and those messages contained a lot of filth. Lucy was calling Cheryl names, threatening her, writing obscene things. I was shocked. This is my friend, my Lucy. I refused to help.
But Lucy, using a fake account, started blackmailing Cheryl anyway.
The poor girl had lost weight in a week. Her eyes were distant and frightened. I felt sorry for her. So I took action. I told Cheryl everything, and even how I helped hurt her at first. She was furious, of course. And a few hours later, all my secrets came out in the general chat room. My best friend had betrayed me.
All of our conversations, discussions, my private photos, in an instant, it was all out in the open.
We were expelled from school.
Bullying others is now severely punished, and rightly so.
Lucy's going to get in serious trouble for blackmailing Cheryl. I was lucky enough to stay under house arrest. But my reputation has been severely damaged. My parents won't even talk to me. My classmates mocked me and constantly send me insulting messages. Lucy and I don't talk. She thinks I'm a traitor and hates me outright. And I still cannot understand. What happened to my friend? Did Cheryl's antics turn her into a monster? Or was she always like that and I refused to notice it? Or maybe I did betray my friend by protecting her abusers. I don't have an answer to that question. Do you?